Hello everybody and welcome to another mystery box function challenge. In the purple box there is some mystery math and your challenge is to figure out what that is. You can try this out by using the link in the description, and when you've got an idea, come on back and see if we get the same thing. Alright, let's start with a 0. Okay, so 0 gives us -3. How about a 1? So 0. Alright, how about a 2? Okay, so 2 is giving us a non-repeating decimal, it looks like, so maybe trig, maybe square root function. How about a 3? It is starting to look generally like that shape for a square root function. Let's try some negative numbers. And we're getting that not a number error in the negative, so maybe this is square root. Let's try another negative number. Yeah, so it looks like anything to the left of 0 is giving us a not a number error, as if we were trying to take the square root of a negative number. So that fits. And so we may have enough information already to figure out what this is. So if this is the square root function, this shape would continue to kind of go up and taper out to the left. It starts at 0, but it looks like it's been dropped down 3 from the origin. So it's not just the square root of x, it is the square root of x minus 3. But then I think there might also be a multiplier on here because this is much steeper than we would expect for the square root of x. To figure out what that multiplier is, we can look at the point 1. If you put a 1 in here, the square root of 1 is 1. So whatever this turns out to be should be our multiplier, although we have to be careful because we've got a minus 3. So we could actually set this up as an equation. So y equals this something times the square root of x. So let's call it a minus 3. Oops, I put a 3 in there, not an x. X. All right, so let's go ahead and solve this with this point 1, 0. So we'll put in a 1 for x, so that's square root of 1, and we've still got our a here and our minus 3, and then we've got a 0 over here. So if I add 3 to both sides, whoops, positive 3 equals a times, well, the square root of 1 is just 1, so really a equals 3. So our multiplier here should be 3. That would make our function 3 times the square root of x minus 3. Let's double check that that works here. If you put in a 0, this part would be 0. You'd get a -3. If you put in a 1, 3 minus 3, that would be 0. Can we predict some other value? Let's put in a 9. If we put in a 9 here, we'd get 3, square root of 9 is 3, times 3 would be 9, minus 3 would be 6. So if we put in a 9, we should get a 6 if we're right. There it is. I think we've got this. I'm going to go ahead and reveal and graph. And we've got that 3 times the square root of x minus 3. That minus 3 just drops it down from the origin and puts our starting point right here at -3 on the y. And that multiplier 3 makes it a bit steeper. Well, how did that go? Did you think square root function? Let me know.